Hey guys, in the background of today's video we have some PTS gameplay on the Xbox One X. A very nice match that I have with my normal squad on Vikendi, so I thought I'd showcase that for you and kind of give my overall impressions of the map so far. So it's been on the PTS since December 21st of 2018, so it's been quite a bit now. I definitely have some overall impressions. I haven't gone absolutely everywhere on the map yet, due to some of the problems that this map actually has on the test server that I hope don't make it to the live server. I'm not able to actually go to some places in fear of just getting demolished by players with the game installed on an SSD, and you probably know what I mean by that, but what I want to do in this video is just kind of commentate over the match that we have here, and at the same time give my impressions of the map so far. So starting out, we land at Krichas, which is in the northwest portion of the map. And we landed here uncontested. No one else landed here, and we were able to find some pretty good loot. I was able to get a G36C, which is a new assault rifle on this map, along with a UMP. At one time I had an AK and an Uzi, but this is what I rolled out of here with, a UMP and a G36C. And for Vikendi, that's a pretty good combo right there. There's a lot of up-close battles because of all the different buildings and all the different towns that you can go to. So having an SMG, like a UMP or a Vector, which are plentiful on this map. If you don't know already, the loot on this map has been kind of a sore subject for some players because there's too many SMGs, people say. But if you like playing with SMGs, if you like playing with the UMP or the Vector, then you're going to have a good time with this map because they're all over the place. But to have that and to have an assault rifle with a 4X or something like that, it's kind of a good combo. So we head off towards center circle, and my buddy Kaz here is driving, and the one thing I know for sure, when he's driving, we're going to be going full speed and not stopping at all. So we see a snowmobile and we try and shoot at it, but we just decide to move on towards center circle to try and get a good position because this is a match that we want to win. It's not just one that we're just going for the kills right now. So we'll try and get center circle and then try and catch people coming towards the circle once it shifts. And that's what we're seeing here. We notice these guys down at Abbey. They have to run towards us because we're closer to the circle. And so we just kind of wait them out, wait for the right time, and decide to take them down. I have a UMP with a 2X scope on it, and that is plenty for this type of encounter right here. Though it lacks some damage that an AR might have in that scenario, the stability is much better, and so for me, a 2X scope in that fight is a good one. But now that we kill those players, I was able to upgrade to a mini, and I have a suppressor and a 4x scope, and then I kept the G36C for later on since it's more powerful than the UMP, and it has pretty good control. But you can see now that we're in the more southern portion of the map where the snow is not all over the ground. And that's one thing I really like about Vikendi is just the variety of the environments. So up north you got basically all snow. You might have some patches of grass or rock or dirt, but mostly snow up north. And then towards the south you got a lot of grasslands mixed in with a little snow here and there. But it really changes the game, and depending on where the circle goes you might have a different type of match. You might be able to track people late in the game in the snow, or you might be able to hide in the grass, or you might be able to find these forests like we have here and have these unique battles in this wooded area. And that's really where I think Vikendi shines compared to the other maps, is just the variety of the map itself. I could easily see Vikendi becoming my favorite map. Currently my favorite map is Miramar just because the different terrain and just how big the map is. I think as a squad we have the best matches on Miramar, so that probably has a lot to do with it. We've won on Sanhok and Erangel plenty, but it seems like most of our best games and most of our most memorable moments are happening on Miramar. So I think that's why, at the end of the day, we like it so much. That and the fact the god buildings are so easy to loot and they're basically everywhere. I like Miramar, and then I think Vikendi now has moved into the second slot. We'll see once it gets to the live servers and everything gets patched, and hopefully the rendering gets a little bit better. Maybe Vikendi ends up being my favorite map overall. But let's talk about the rendering really quick. So if you don't have an external SSD and have PUBG installed on it, currently your experience on Vikendi in the very beginning of the game is very poor. The rendering of the buildings takes a very long time, sometimes over a minute, for the buildings to fully render and for all the stuff inside of it to render as well, meaning that you might get caught in a wall, caught in some kind of furniture. you're having a hard time at the beginning of the match trying to pick up a weapon and defend yourself because you're bouncing all over the place, which just makes it not fun. So I'm hoping that once this goes to the live servers, we actually see a lot of improvements in that area. And I think they need to do this before it comes out. I know that there's still some problems with the original Xbox One and the Xbox One S with the rendering times, but I don't even think it's this bad as it has been on Vikendi so far. And so now, here we are. My friend got killed by a sniper, and I was getting shot from different angles. We're able to take this guy out by the rock, giving me 3 kills so far, and what we decide to do next is get healed up, but as soon as we do that, we're starting to get shot again from that same sniper that took out my other buddy. And so what we do is we push up to these windmills. And here you can kind of see what I was talking about. So we have these grasslands, but then right around the corner we have the snow. It's at a higher elevation and there's some snow. And so if a full squad would have went this way, we could see their footprints in the snow. You can actually see my friend's footprints here. And we would be able to track and see exactly where they went. And that's one really unique and very cool thing about Vikendi that I think is going to come in handy once we get an idea of how to actually take advantage of it the best. So instead of just going out and fighting, what we decided to do is get in one of these windmills, take it easy until this next circle pops and see exactly where we have to go. I was shooting at somebody, but I wasn't able to finish him, and I actually shot my friend a little bit, so we decided to get in, heal up, and get ready for the next zone. And now things are getting serious. We only have 6 left, and the zone's going to move in about 30 seconds. So what I decided to do, instead of just rushing across, getting safe, let's go ahead and get behind the windmill, check our surroundings, and see what we need to do next. Because there's only 6 left, which means there's 4 enemies remaining. We know we're not facing a full squad at this point because we heard some gunfire, unless it was just a bait type of shot. There's 6 remaining, so there's 4 enemies left. It could be a full squad. But since they were shooting, we kind of figured that it's at least 2 teams. So we're thinking that our odds are actually pretty good. And we don't have that bad of a position here, we just have to move up just a little bit. And so we wait for the circle to start pushing us to try and see if anyone else moves. And we hear some gunfire, which is basically a good time for us to move because those other people are kind of busy at the moment. And did you just see the power of the G36C? My god, I shot that guy across the level. Now there's only 5 left, and there's teams fighting. Another player dies to a grenade, and so at this point we're thinking, okay, 2 on 2. We got this. We're in circle. The circle is closing, but this is going to be the final circle, so eventually this thing is just going to shrink to nothing. My friend gets shot, and so we know at least where one player is. I'm going to try and nade this guy, but I think I end up throwing it just a little bit too far. At this point, I'm thinking both the players are behind that rock. We just need to wait them out. I think they're going to have to move first when this circle shrinks to nothing. We have 10 seconds until that happens. So what I decide to do, since I think they're both behind that rock, I'm going to push up to this tree. I am basically center circle right now, so once this thing moves, they're going to have to get out of that rock area. And I'll let the match play out. And there it is, a 6-kill win on Vikendi. A very good match. I didn't have a whole bunch of wins on the match when I was playing on PTS. I got one on stream, and then I got one with my friends. But lately we've been getting quite a bit of wins, and so I'm really excited for this thing to come to the live server so that we can play it and actually, track our stats and just do everything there is to do on the live servers without having to play on the PTS. It's a completely different install. But either way, I'm having a lot of fun on Vikendi. And when it does come to the live servers, I really hope that they have the map selection to where you can select Vikendi all alone, so you can play it as much as you want, at least in the beginning. And then if they want to bundle it in with Sanhok or bundle it in with the other 2 big maps, they can do that. But I think there'll be enough interest early on to have Vikendi by itself, because I figure a lot of players are going to only want to play this map for a bit. Yeah, the end of that match actually was pretty cool, because we just took our time, made our way to the circle, basically let players come to us, and pushing up on that tree was a really good idea, but I had no idea there was a guy up the hill. If he would have saw me, it would have been a very easy shot for him to take, but lucky enough for me, he didn't move from his position wherever he was before until after I was able to take the guy out at the rock. He stayed there way too long. He took probably 30 damage at least from the zone, making him a much easier kill for me, and then I heard the gunfire to my left. I looked up the hill and I was able to finish that guy off for the victory. The map has just got to be around the corner. I just hope that they fix the rendering issues, as well as some of the other bugs that have cropped up in the test server before it goes to the live servers. If you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a like and subscribe to stay up to date on everything that I publish here on the channel. Remember to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links are in the description below. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time, I'll see you later.